Well, today, a court hearing will be held in California for the suspect charged with murdering Cash App founder Bob Lee. 38-year-old Nima Momeni was arrested last year for allegedly stabbing Lee to death in San Francisco on April 4th of 2023. Now, Momeni has pleaded not guilty. So for more on the case, I want to bring in Jonah Owen Lamb. He's a senior reporter for the San Francisco Standard. This is like a juicy case. Initially, people thought, oh, he was just like a victim of a random crime. But it turns out he has a relationship with the accused and the accused sister. We haven't really been paying close attention to this case, so remind our audience about this case.
So just to set the stage, Bob Lee is a tech executive, not someone that had necessarily been heard of in San Francisco, but enough so when he was killed, it became a big story. And for a week or so after the killing, no one knew who did it. There was no suspect. And then there was an arrest of Nima Momeni. It turns out that Nima Momeni and Bob Lee and Momeni's sister had kind of been in a circle of kind of high-flying, partying folks who did drugs, liked to have a good time. And at least in terms of how the prosecution has set up, what the motivation here was that Bob Lee was killed by Momeni because Bob Lee's relationship with his sister, not necessarily romantic, but in some way the relationship was not going the way Momeni wanted to go. And so since then, the case has really been kind of this case of interest in San Francisco because it pits these kind of classic San Francisco themes of tech kind of coming in and changing the city, ideas of the city being full of crime, and the truth being kind of this mixed bag of reality. And so that's kind of what we've been watching. And now hopefully the trial is going to start today. It's been a long time coming. And so they might start the trial. As you know, these things always have bumps on the road, so it could be delayed once again. But that's what we expect today.
Yeah. The reporting was that they were involved in the, quote, lifestyle. And if you know, you know. If you don't, well, you're probably not wealthy enough or connected enough to know what the lifestyle is. So Momeni has been trying to get the trial moved out of San Francisco. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. But I thought it was really interesting. His attorneys are trying to get access to Lee's cell phone records, 7 years worth of his cell phone records. Why do they think that's valuable in his defense?
Well, initially, police had extracted a very short period of time of his cell phone records and included that in the discovery. The attorneys then said, well, we want a longer chunk of time. I suspect that it's to get a sense of kind of how these relationships worked. You know, to what degree did Bob Lee have a deep relationship with Momeni's sister, Kazar Momeni? To what degree did other relationships exist? I'm guessing that it's a way to build their case up, and they can have as much material as possible to downplay the idea that Momeni was motivated to kill Bob Lee. And one aspect of this has already popped up. Bob Lee's alleged drug dealer, who on the day of the killing, the sister was found in his house, kind of out of it. The defense has said, you know, if anybody was going to be the target of Momeni's ire, it was going to be this man. So they've already kind of laid out potential other individuals who, if Momeni was going to kill anybody, he would have killed them. So that's kind of why they want all this phone info, and they've been fighting over this for some time.
Oh, it's going to be a juicy case. I encourage people to look up your reporting. Jonah Owen Lamb, thank you so much.